Friday night at the Forum in Tunbridge Wells, the Orange Circus Band are playing. Joining us from the band, Shep and Jessie.
Well, cats and dogs, they race at home and in the haste. They make Red Bulls and collars and their names.
We're very privileged today, Laura, aren't we? Because on the show today, Gretchen Peters is with us, and we've got you guys. So it feels like the country music world has hit Kent in one day, which is marvellous.
Sure. There's plenty of country music in Kent, as all kinds of music in Kent. It's incredible.
Now tell us a little bit about the Orange Circus Band, because it's a great story, isn't it? Where did you originally come from?
The origins of the band is a family get-togethers with me and my nephew, Flash, and Granny Alice, who's the sort of doyenne of the family. The family's from Virginia. We grew up with that kind of music. We listened to Pete Seeger, Carter Family, all that kind of stuff. You know, we have connections with Appalachia, the music, the lifestyle there, and we kind of brought that to Kent.
And you to describe it, Jessie, there's this mountain monkey music, a blend of Americana and foot-stomping music. I mean, that sounds fantastic.
I mean, it's quite hard to describe the kind of music that we do, isn't it?
I think monkey mountain music describes it perfectly.
It's a bit crazy, kind of foot-stomping madness.
Foot stomping is important.
Yeah.
We take things like Carter Family songs, which are traditional, and I don't know where, somewhere along the line, we got the idea of adding almost, not a disco beat, but a strong on beat to it, and found that audiences really reacted to that very well, because it encourages the dancing even more than just regular folk music does. So we've taken folk music and we've made it very, very danceable, we think.
Now, country folk music is going through a bit of a renaissance at the moment, isn't it? Everybody seems to be loving this kind of new country sound. How did you end up in Kent, and particularly Tunbridge Wells?
Granny Alice, who's one of the main features of the band, she introduces us, and who will be there on Friday, of course, was a bit of a bohemian in her youth, and she left America and went to Paris in the 50s. And was hanging out there with a bunch of writers and other people, and then eventually, as you would, she moved to London in the 60s. The family has moved around since then. Quite a number of us have spent time in Japan. I've spent time back in America, in New York, for about a year. 10 years, rather. But we've always had a house since the early 70s in Langton Green. My sister lived in it for a while, and I'm living in there now.
I guess for you guys, that kind of getting a whole group of people together, performing on stage, that great interaction you can have with people, just actually making people smile and be part of something, that must be such fun.
Yeah,
boy, you described it perfectly. That's really what we're about. It's one of those things that doesn't always work perfectly. We usually manage to pull something off, and on a good night, it's magic. It's a fantastic thing.
Well, let's hope it's a good night on Friday night. The Orange Circus Band are coming to the Forum in Tunbridge Wells on Friday night, and thanks ever so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
If you fancy a farmer's market tomorrow morning, you'll find them at Oldcombe Valley, Charing, Chartham, Rolvenden, Shibham and Whitfield.
If you